things where you never do for me. When you tell him to...
Hi guys, welcome back to Kicking It with Reecy. This is part 2 of our show. Why do people ignore red flags? And it was so interesting we had to have a part 2. Right guys?
Yes.
And Mr. Jeremiah, you ended it off on a real good note. So I just want for you to touch back, just to recap.
So in our break, we had conversations about what red flags we can recognize with ourselves, right? And relating it back to where did the habit come from? It's this old saying, right? Watch your thoughts, they become your what? Your words.
Right,
Watch your words, they become your what? Your actions. Watch your actions, it becomes your what? Your habits. Watch your habits, they become your what? Your character. Watch your character, it becomes your what? Your destiny. So just to go back to say, watch your thoughts. As a young one, I learned thoughts from my uncles that wasn't culturally ours. They took the trait of the slave master thought towards our sisters. The slave master thought was to our sisters was, I can just take you and rape you. I can just have sex with you without a commitment, without responsibility. Without you even accepting me to your garden, I'm just going to take it. And accidentally, on purpose or whatever, my uncles picked that habit up. Now, me as a young boy, I seen that habit. So that became a red flag for me in high school. Because my flag was, look, I can look at you and I just see sex. I don't see nothing else. And we know that today because we see it in videos. All we see is the bootay and the titay.
The bootay.
But we don't see what's inside the brain.
That's right.
We don't see what's inside the heart. And that right there was my red flag, which is no longer a red flag because I don't look at a sister and I dare when I approach a sister just for sex purposes only. So that red flag doesn't exist with me no more. Like my brother was saying, it ain't really always a red flag. It can go to yellow and it can go to green.
Yep.
And just so as his hat is green, I'm green in that territory right now.
That's
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Powerful.
Yeah,
Powerful.
yeah.
Definitely. That's good.
So Jay?
Oh, Jay, I don't know. I can pick it up off what you said, but I mean, you have a great point, and I, applaud you for that right there because, like you said, most of what we picked up is not ours, but at the same time, I think as you get older and you have an understanding of life,
Right.
understanding of the biggest thing is understanding yourself. You know what you can accept and what you can't accept, and if we all just listen to the other person and have an understanding who we're gonna get entangled with. To realize that a person doesn't really have red flag. They might have a few, yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag, you know what I mean? But it's not either they can work with it or not, And most of the time the yellow flags is not even really yellow flags, you know what I mean? It's just because you don't
Understand
that's not up at your standard, but at the same time you see they can go with it or not.
So I want to know, and I know everyone here has had a red flag, has gone through lie.
I ain't got no red flag as yet.
No,
Yeah, we had fun.
have you, I'm not, it's like, okay, it's a red flag.
Yeah, we had fun.
Have you ever met someone that had, like what we're talking about, something that you realized you saw it from in the beginning? Like, for example, when we were saying, if a man, you can tell how a man is going to treat a woman by the way he treats his mom, right?
I mean, I do agree with that part.
But you have never met someone that, like me, let's say, and I had the mood and whatever. Did you meet somebody that had something that you ignored? That's the word. Thank you very much. That's why I have the big degree, Yes. Have you ever met someone that you ignored a particular trait or something that they did that came back in the relationship and you sat down and said, say the girl that did show me that she was like that from day one?
I did that. I can speak of that, and I think mostly.
What was it? Inquiring minds want to know. I put my business out there. I want to know.
What business you put out there?
That I was moody. That is my red flag.
That's it.
I'm warning you, so you cannot deal with me.
That's kind of like a little yellow going on.
You said that no.
Listen,
You
that's
say a yellow.
That's a little yellow.
Baby love, you said that no.
Oh, exactly.
You ever call Kim and say, yo, I should have listen to you when they're talking.
Exactly.
So Kim, let me just touch on that before I move on. So Kim, see when that happened, the first time I'm gonna time it out and see, okay, if it's 24 hours in the day, if it's 3 hours and I have 3 hours to go deal with it, and I come back after the 3 hours, she back into her own zone. You know, it's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna wait around. Just wait around.
Alright, it's 3 hours, you know what I mean? Alright, she back in mood now, so I can go back to the house.
Babes all gone. You're good.
And then when I pull up now, you're like, hey baby. There you go. You see?
Not Chef Jane. Hey, Jane.
And then you say, we all happy again. That's what
All
I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You have everything planned.
You have a plan.
You guys heard it.
Yeah, so.
All right, Kim. Me know you have a story. So what?
Kim,
Talk up the things.
story.
Talk up the things.
Here we are going. Oh God.
But Kim, you know, say really and truly, you know, it's a yellow flag, but talk it.
Right. See there, yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
Well, me and my red flag. I would say, I don't know. I would say basically the relationship that I got into about 8 years ago. I don't know if that's a red flag though.
Speak it, I will tell you.
Yeah, let me see if it's a red flag because
You have a counselor right here. He can tell you. Professional right here.
anyway.
Stop, me tell you. You know.
You're not
Let me know if this is a red flag or if this is a whole different thing. Anyway, I was somewhere. I'm gonna make it quick and short.
Mm-hmm.
I was somewhere. Wow! No, not the cameraman. No, don't do it like that.
Wow.
Look, everybody else doing it. No, but anyway, I met this guy, and he told me. Anyway, we was out dancing. Well, I met him there, and then he said to me, he wanted to buy me a drink. It was several guys that was asking me, but I wasn't interested. But this one guy and everything, he came up to me, and I let him because he offered a drink. Everybody else want to dance and whatever. Nobody don't want to buy me no drink, so I said no, But him, he was like, "What you drinking?" So that kind of just like okay. But my thing is, afterwards, I said, no, I don't want, no, I said, thank you for the dance and thank you for the drinks. Bye. I'm gone. Well, he followed me and he came outside. He said, I can't walk outside. I said, why? No, I don't understand. He said, because I said, I have my friends. I have to walk me outside, make me good. He said, I just want to walk outside. Yeah, nice looking woman, just make sure. All right, so whatever. You think so you get turned off or whatever, but really and truly he didn't. Anyway, so we get to the car and he said to me, he said, can I have your number? And I said, oh, God, really? And he said, no, why are you behaving like that? And I said, because I don't want anybody who's married. I don't want no married man. I don't want no whatever, and everything. And he says, but do you know me? And I said, no, I don't know you. He said, but how do you know that I'm married? I did not say anything, but I was married. He said, listen, can I be honest? I have a baby mother and I have a daughter, but I'm not married and everything. Mm-hmm. So I said, he said, so can I have the number? I said,
Here we go.
954.
Exactly.
No, you're right. 954.
So I'm give him the number and everything. So everything was nice. 1 month, 2 months, and I really gave this man a hard time. If he was here, he would tell you. I gave him a very hard time. Even he's like, oh my God, you're really giving me a hard time. I eased up a little bit. 1 month went by. We start dating. We're not doing anything intimately. 2nd month, everything's good. No intimacy. And he said, something's not right here. And I said, no, something's right. I'm just not. No, it don't go like that. The 3rd month and everything, I start getting a little whatever and everything like that.
So 3 months you start getting to him?
No, I was really into him, but I just didn't want him to think that I was that type of woman. You understand?
Yeah, we always
Man, listen, I hadn't had sex in so long. I wanted something so bad, but me have to hold on.
Like
He
seriously.
said, me have to hold on.
Yeah. And so when the first time came, I started acting like a 17-year-old. I put a hand on my leg started. He said, you all right? I said, yeah, but I thought we was watching TV. I thought we were watching TV. He said, everything is okay. So one thing that turned up. But anyway, that's nice. So anyway, I love him off. Everything was great in every aspect. 4 months passed, 5 months passed, 6 months passed. At that time, man, love. I said, this is so nice. He's just very everything. Always trying to give me money. And I said, forget. All kind of sitting. So he said, may I have to talk to you about something? But my thing was, I thought it was something else, like intimate. Something was wrong. And I said, oh my God, I made a boo-boo. What was I saying? I should have never, ever did what with the sex part and without a condom. So he says to me, no, that's not it. Because I thought maybe he was going to tell me something was wrong. It wasn't that. And he said, no, I have to talk to you, but I had an anxiety attack. And I said, wait, what? So he said, no, I just got to tell you something, but just listen. But that's the first time he ever really was talking like that. So I said, what is it that you want to say? He said, you remember when I was telling you that I have? And I said, he's acting really weird. My baby mother and everything like that. I'm a baby. And I said, yes, what's wrong? Is everything okay with your daughter and everything? He said, no, it's my wife. That's my wife. So my whole face and everything, it just seemed like my whole entire world. I don't know the reason why I'm bringing that up, because I don't know if there's somewhere in there was a red flag.
I was just going to ask you, how would you have known that it was a red flag if he didn't tell you what the baby mama then? Would be a
that's
red
what
flag?
I'm trying to say, because I'm just trying to
But
figure
would
that
it
out.
though? Because he was honest.
You said he was married, or did you?
No, he said he was not married.
No, you first.
She assumed that he was
Yes,
married.
because that's the first way that's how I came off. That's how I come off with most men. Don't come over here because say you're married and everything. No matter what all them foolishness and everything. So with him, because I know them, especially our Caribbean man. I'm not saying just our Caribbean, but
you can cock it and all you want, Jay. Cock it. You never cock it ever.
Oh,
he might look.
Jay, I'm sorry. Okay, Jay, no, I don't mean to do that, but majority of the Caribbean man, I'll tell you. Them always will tell you things like that. And it's not only me, it's what I see. That's why I tell people, don't get upset because when I make that comment, because I had a friend that was getting really upset too behind that. She says, why every time we go somewhere, and here's some red flags, why every time we go somewhere, you're always like that towards the men? I said, because they're telling you a damn lie. You're sitting there listening to that fool.
Liar.
He's lying. He's lying. He's telling you don't have nobody. Majority of them.
So
have
maybe you should have stopped it when you heard the baby mama. That's what you're thinking.
That's
you
what
should
I'm
have kind of,
maybe.
but become sexy and look all nice and everything and
no,
smell
but
nice.
never really look upon that still.
But it's not like he hid the baby mother though.
No, you can't.
Right.
Him hide
He
it.
didn't
That's
hide the baby
different.
mother
So
business.
That's what I'm saying. So how would you have?
she wouldn't. She
You wouldn't
didn't
have known about it
because there wasn't anything.
There was nothing
obvious.
out of the ordinary.
Well, now that comes.
I wouldn't even tell anything, but like really and true.
What? You would lie?
But the thing about it is,
listen, you know how hard a lie is.
So I don't know if that's a red flag or what. Tiffany, where is it? No.
No, just because there was
consider the red
nothing
flag.
where it's like, okay, I'm only call you after 8 o'clock at night.
That is a red flag right there.
Wait,
Yes.
no?
He only, let's say 1 or 2 ways, he only calls you after a certain time at night.
Yes.
Or Monday through Friday after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
Yes.
you can't hear from him
Red
again.
flag.
He went home to his family.
Yes.
Right.
All of a sudden, my phone isn't working, or I only have a work phone, or something along that line.
Yes.
Oh, I have to go get my kid.
Yeah,
But
he still
there's
was deceiving
excuses.
you with the wife thing, though.
That's it.
Because
But that's
the
what I'm
thing
saying.
with
There
them
was
is-
nothing
right.
like that.
Yeah.
That made
Maybe that's a
you
whole
think.
other subject.
That's a good point, Tiff. I never
Listen to me.
I never thought about that.
So that was a red flag for me. I'll even give that story.
Yeah.
So funny enough, it wasn't even someone I was interested in that manner. We met in a professional setting and ended up exchanging numbers. One Virgin, one Jamaican youth. Cool dude. Cool. He had a kid. It's always them. He had a baby, 1 or 2 or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, that was never where it was going. It was just, we were cool. No problem. We can be mutually beneficial, referral-wise, or business or networking-wise. But this guy, I can talk to him all day throughout the day. No problem. Come 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It's like you call him phone and it goes to voicemail. And I'm like, what? Mind you, I don't care.
Right.
I really give 0 cares. But I noticed it. And so he won't get the call that evening, but he'll call you back 8 o'clock. It's like the phone only turned on 8 o'clock and it turned on 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Okay.
Oh, it's a work phone, blase, blase. Okay. So how do you talk to other people? How do you talk to people when you're not at work? And for me, once again, I didn't really care because I'm not looking you. If I was looking you or this was a type of situation, sure, go for it. Lie. But I don't want you. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But don't come to me with foolishness. One thing I hate is people give stupid excuses on why something is the way it is.
My phone didn't need charging.
My phone
didn't charging.
I got home and I put the phone away and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
The average person touches their phone throughout the day.
No, but
it's ridiculous.
Hear him now. Hear him now. Hear Jay now.
I fell asleep.
Yes.
Every day after 5 o'clock. And you only wake up again at 8 o'clock.
No, but I mean, you got those standards that they can look at.
No, I'm trying to help them. No, sir.
Make sure so when we call you 9 o'clock, you answer the phone.
First of all, I tell people all the time, I got 2 phones. I got one for business and one for pleasure.
That's fine.
You got a pimp phone.
No, we don't do pimping. That was back in the days.
No.
I'm too old for that.
You're too old for the pimping.
Exactly. You have to graduate,
Okay.
But also too, most time we have to look at different stuff, like on a daily basis. A person who is available to regularly is not even somebody that first, like a woman, find interested in all that stuff. So we can't even look at it and say, if you call a person a certain time, it's a red flag because really and truly, if that person become regular, too available to you, you're gonna become a boy toy to you also too. So that's another thing that most times.
Even before. Anyway, sorry.
Exactly. So if we catch up and we know the difference.
No, man, foolishness that. I don't agree with it. Well, let me not say that.
You're not gonna agree with it, but it's a fact.
But here's the thing, though. But I agree to a degree, but the timing cannot be that specific.
No, I agree with you.
That's the difference. It's not like I can't reach at 9 o'clock and I can reach at 3 o'clock.
I agree with
but I can reach it every day. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, I should be able to speak to you at different accounts of the day and not after 5 and I can't reach you on weekends.
I don't need
and
to be
Monday
restricted.
Morning, no, we can't reach you again.
Right.
No,
something is just not right.
Don't restrict me to 9 to 5.
No, well, maybe your job.
Job, man. Listen, text, baby, I can't talk right now.
Very talk. But I'm just saying.
Well, listen. If you have to look at it. If you're 9 to 5, you're 9 to 5.
So I'm not 5 o'clock. You're dead.
Yeah, well, I'm 5 o'clock.
So
are you dead?
Let me ask you.
Jay, if you anytime you call me,
majority of times when men or women, if they're especially certain type of things or whatever, when they restrict themselves from that 9 to 5 and they say you can't call me at a certain time, something they're doing.
Lie,
Somebody
tell.
else is doing
Lie.
Unless you're just being straight up honest and say, listen, at 5 o'clock I do whatever. Unless you have a strict life and you're doing certain things. I'm not going to say everybody is doing something sneaky or whatever. That's not the case. It could be, but you would sincerely know if that person really has something else going on from 5 to whatever.
So you tell me, say, me I call you 9 to 5. And I'm calling you, and you can't text us a baby.
I demand that we only can call you after 8 o'clock, after 9 o'clock. What were you doing the whole from 8 o'clock this morning to 8 o'clock in the evening? Why me can't hear from you? Am I an ugly chick? Can you only talk to me at night? Is that what it is? You can't be seen with me during the day?
It's a good conversation to have with that person to find out.
Of course. But then people make excuses about it though, and they justify it.
But sometimes person can justify the excuses that you can get.
No,
of course you can listen to it and see if it's something that.
But it doesn't make sense. That's the whole point. It doesn't make sense.
So
what is your excuse?
I don't have no excuse. Answer my phone. No, listen.
I ain't do nothing.
I want to know why you ain't answering my calls 9 to 5, Jay.
No, like I said, if you're 9 to 5, you have to understand your schedule. You're 9 to 5.
You can only reach in between this time. After 5:01, have somebody else time slot, and you cannot chime in.
Exactly.
Know yourself and play your position. He gave you the schedule. Show up and clock out.
Well, you know what his red flag is? Him saying live the cowboy life, so me don't know. Right? So, that is...
How comes that's a red flag, though?
It is a red flag, because if you don't say you're a cowboy, right?
Yes.
And me sit on there and say, boy, I want Jay, but I'm going to get Jay out of the cowboy life. Come on
No.
So that's when you say the...
You had a yellow flag because you tell me you're trying to get me out of the cowboy life. You understand? The thing with you now... No. The thing with you now, you have to look at it. Because you watch Western, right? You never see Clint Eastwood come off and house with somebody. Somebody have to join him on the road. So all you have to do is just join him.
You're going to turn into a cowgirl. So he meeting you in the middle. Compromise.
So there we go. Both of us going to be happy.
Mr. Jay, I have an answer for everything,
Compromise.
Okay. Jay already talked about it. Cowboy life, cowgirl life.
That's it.
That's the best life.
So what about you, Jeremiah?
At what point?
What was your red flag situation?
Have you ever been with somebody that you ignored the signs that came back and you like?
Yes, I have, and ignorance is one thing, right? Just not being aware what that red flag is. A lot of times you learn through experience what that red flag meant, right?
I love tea, so what was it?
Well,
I love people business.
You love tea. You want to go to the detective. Red flag.
Red flag.
That was your boss. Hey, as soon as you turn your back, she in your drawers.
Yeah.
Poor Jeremiah. You never knew what you got into, right?
And we're not even drinking like the last one, so
it's cool.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I take it now that I'm at a point in my life where I didn't got to the point where I didn't detox. And what I mean by that, I kind of let a lot of past go.
Out of your system.
Yeah. And
Clean it out.
to reflect back on that, sometimes it can bring up, thoughts, unwanting thoughts. Put it like this. I don't want to leave this show, go back and lay on my bed when I meditate before I sleep and say, wow, I brought some up about the past that I've been got rid of. Now I reevaluated that past thought. Now I'm stuck into the emotion. And when I'm stuck into the emotion of it, guess what happens? That energy of the emotion start to come out in me.
Yeah.
And then my son may say something, then I snap, man, and I do something. You see what
I ain't look at it that way. Don't blame Reecy.
But I'm just saying, and what I'm saying is too is that I done forgave the sisters in my past for their red flags, because even with my son's mother, I realized where her red flags came from now. And knowing her, know her family, because I know her family, my mother knew her family, our family knew each other. I know where her red flags come. So I forgave her for that.
Right.
So I don't like to revisit it too much.
Okay.
I can speak on mine. And that's what I did. When you asked me, I said, look, I'm going to speak on mine. And I done turned it from red to yellow to green now. But it's good you say that, because I ran into a sister not too long ago, and she reminded me of my son's mother. And just those red flags, just to, and I talked to my mother about it. She said, son, sometimes your intuition picks up and lets you know.
Yes, that good feeling.
Know, and I didn't even, just the way she put her hands on my knee, it's like, hold on, you don't know me. I'm right. I love my sister. But I had to
be careful.
And that's when I had to check myself. And you know what I had to say? And it's funny, because when you change yourself, when you don't go back to your old habits, you may feel embarrassed about yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you're not doing what you used to doing. So you say, damn, I didn't take that opportunity. What's wrong with me? Something wrong with me?
No.
And I had to re-examine myself and say, no, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm growing
You're
up.
growing.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. You're growing.
And that's why I'm glad you invited me to the show. But once again, I like to say, what are we going to grow from this? What are we going to get from this? Oh, yeah, it's exciting to talk about, certain things, experiences. But, all right, what's the solution?
What's the takeaway?
How did we grow from this? What lesson did we get up out of this?
That's facts.
And the
message here is clear also too. But like you're right about that. I mean, what do we get? What do we get from this? You understand? And sometimes it's awareness for us also to pitch to others to understand. Like there's certain things that if you want to classify it as a red flag, or do you want to classify it as as a sign of
a learning opportunity,
or whatever.
Absolutely.
It's completely up to you, but also most of this stuff start with you. Yeah, I understand. Most of it start with you, and personally, I've grown since
since the last show.
Since the last show, I've grown up so much. I've learned a lot. It's a great pleasure being in the presence of all these queens, and now I'm in the presence of these queens and that king over there. That's sharing a lot of light on this great topic, and I have to say, it's always a learning curve,
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
Great topic. Everybody have experience of that. Me personally have some experience in that, but most of the time, those experiences what help us grow. You understand? Because if you don't go through those experiences, you would never know.
You don't know.
You would shed light on certain things. You understand? And like you said a while ago, early on, about the sister that come across and you just remind you of something in the past because you learn from what I mean. So you just recognize certain things. So that's all it is, and it's all about learning. But most of the times we can't look at it and throw a title and say it's a red flag because really and surely it's not an L for losing, it's actually an L for learning. You understand?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Oh, that was
I agree with that 100%.
If you don't learn, it's wisdom. If you don't learn, you just don't know. You understand? So most of the times, even the person that come in your life and you say is a bad person, actually, if you really evaluate, like the biggest thing I take from you, my brother, is that you said that when you forgive those females in the past, is the biggest thing, because a lot of people walk around with so much grudge and not realizing that when you forgive that person, you didn't realize like how big you are. Like you're a giant. You're a god. You're a king. A lot of people walk around with so many misery and expect the other person to forgive them. If you forgive that person, I'm telling you, know how much light you shed on yourself.
Oh my God, how your body feels so much lighter. Inside and everything. That's why you shouldn't malice people.
Exactly, and I mean, sometimes you just have to take a time out for yourself, evaluate yourself, and do that. And once you do that, everything will work out perfect. I understand.
Well said.
That real good. Thank you so much, boy. That was sexy right there. Woo-hoo. Yes. I can't help it. It's just Reecy. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this episode. It was very enlightening. Jeremiah, you broke down the red flag. It was deep. It was deep. Right. So I want to thank you guys for joining us and catch us next time on Kicking It with Reecy with my vibers. Bye.
You up against the wall, but why in you sleep him name your call? Girl, don't tell me say you're sorry, me no need it. You never sorry when you did hurt me feelings. You get me out and break it off in many pieces. You left me scarred with no regard and hurt me deeply, deeply. Tell me if you're real, so what to get people. Stop